자, 이어서 가볼까요? 창은 나중에 강화하고, 지금 해야 되는 게 추방, 추방을 하러 갑시다. 내 배가 어딨지? 여기 있구나. 그러고 보니 배를 탈 필요가 없이 지도에서 빠른 이동으로 가면 되겠죠? 내가 찍어놨을 텐데. 여기로 가면 되겠죠? 자, 내가 가야 되는 쪽이 저쪽이네요. 푹신푹신하네. (292m) 오이쿠. 죽지만 않으면 되지. 응? 갑자기 적으로 변해? 뭐지? 대장간은 저기 있네. 잠깐 대장간에 들려서 재료 좀 살까요?
What would you like?
구매. 아, 돈이 없구나. 판매를 그러면 이거 팔고 얘도 팔고 얘도 팔아버리고. 팔아? 갑옷? 신발. 가죽. 비싸네. 강화. 헬멧. 요것도 가능. 흑여석이었구나. 이걸로 바꿔주고 걷어차기를 높여주고 해주고 싶은데 흑여석이 없어? 흑여석이 아니구나. 이거 철이구나. 철.
My thanks.
무슨 일인가?
You must be the one Pericles sent.
I am. He said there was an ostracism vote, but didn't tell me what I'm here to do.
Of course he didn't. That's what I'm for.
If someone is exiled, can they return?
If they do, they'll be punished.
What does someone have to do to be ostracized?
Anyone seen as a threat to the city or the people is enough. And then it is up to the vote. Some have been ostracized for simply being more disliked than the person they're up against.
What's my role in this?
해야 할 일이 뭐야?
The votes have already been cast. We don't have long before they're counted. Take the ostraka in this bag and exchange them with the ones currently under guard.
You want me to rig the ostracism?
Pericles does. And he has his reasons, I'm sure. Bring me the bag you took from the room and I'll take care of the rest.
No one will see me go in or out. Stay here.
그러니까 일단은 건물로 이동하고
Gods from all over the Greek world. You wouldn't think the city was besieged by an army of Spartans.
거의 다 왔는데 왜 그래?
They'll keep a sharp watch.
저긴데 잡아봐. 위험했어. 날 지켜보고 있는 건가? 하나, 여기 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. 보물. 여기는 보급품. 여기도 보물. 지금 바깥에 사람이고 인원은 이게 단가? 진짜 도편과 가짜 도편을 바꾸기. 제가 정면을 보고 있구나. 보이나?
Something's out there.
안 보이지?
Back to business.
오이. 던지고 2층에 있던 애 어디 갔지? 어디로 데려간 거야? 2층에 있던 애. 응? 아래로 내려갔네? 오이, 큰일 날 뻔했네. 눌렀는데 암살이 안 됐어. 이 강아지는 뭐야? 강아지가 강아지 때문에 걸리는 거야? 어이. 오. 내놔. 방패로 막으면 될 줄 알았지. 오, 이 자식이. 들어와. 쟤네 좀 그러니까 데리고 들어가야지 뭐. 응? 보물상자가 여기 근처였는데. 어? 뭐야? 용병? 저쪽이 바깥에 나가는 건가? 에이. 오. 아, 용병. 아니, 뭔데? 와서 설치는 거야? 이. 오이, 독. 못 일어나겠지. 어디서? 에이? 넘어져. 또 있어? 너무 뭐야? 아, 시민들이 덤비는 거야? 이거 시민들이 다 오는 건가? 두 명. 문이 열려 있어서 이거. 올라와. 들어오는 순간 넌 죽는 거지. 이렇게. 너도 와. 어이 자식. 오오오. 자식이 어디서. 아, 뭔가 꼬였는데? 보물상자는 되게 머네. 가까운 거리가 아니었구나. 여긴 퀘스트인데. 바꿔오기 26. 저긴데? 여기 맞는데? 뭐지? 16. 아, 요거구나. 뭐 하고 있던 거야, 나는? 그리고 아래인데 보물상자 하나가?
That should do it. I should let Pericles' contact know.
요거구나. 이것도 터트려버려야겠다. 아, 뜨거! 연락책에게 돌아가기. 오, 나무 위로도 올라가지네? 오! 내가 이를 해결하고 왔습니다.
It's done.
You work quickly.
What are you going to do with them?
Dump them in a well. Ah, it looks like the official has arrived.
I apologize for the delay. There was evidence someone attempted to tamper with the votes. Don't worry. The Ostraka are all accounted for. The votes were counted, and Anaxagoras is to be ostracized.
Be slow to fall into friendship, but once you do, continue firm and constant. It will
소크라테스.
be more difficult for me now that Anaxagoras must leave Athens. We were quite close, although he and Pericles were much closer. It's strange, Pericles wasn't here today to defend him.
Would Pericles normally defend someone?
A good friend? Of course. Yet, Anaxagoras seems pleased with the result. This day has brought more questions than answers.
You said you were close.
He was like a mentor to me. Many of my best thoughts came to fruition through our conversations.
Who are you?
Ask anyone and they'll tell you Socrates. But a name gives you nothing. Our actions determine who we are, and every action has its pleasures and its price. With that said, then, who do you claim to be?
My name is Cassandra.
And still, I don't feel I know you. Perhaps I can find out who you are a different way.
You want to know me?
Knowledge is the one good in this world. Surely you agree?
Of course. Knowledge drives everything I do.
Then we are the same in that way.
Knowledge of when to attack, what weapon to use, or when to use reason instead of violence.
We seem to put our love of knowledge into practice quite differently.
I use it how I need to.
You are clearly someone who would do whatever you feel is necessary. Perhaps for drachmi, or maybe to further a personal goal.
That
정확하고.
describes a lot of people.
I suppose I'm curious why you did it. How could I not be when you're the reason my friend is being forced to leave the only home he's ever known?
아무것도
I
안
think you have
했어.
the wrong person.
You are claiming that you're the wrong person? Life's one true happiness is knowing yourself.
Even if I did know who rigged the ostracism vote, I wouldn't tell you.
And yet, I never said anyone rigged anything.
Socrates, there you are.
Here I am.
You're late. They're all waiting for you.
I wish to see Anaxagoras' fate, and so I have. Tell them I'm on my way. Well, it seemed our conversation is at its end. Although I hope it isn't the final one we
또
have.
만나게 되겠구만.
I wouldn't know. Famous. That's everything that Achilles wanted. Time to return to him and find out what these Athenians know about my mother.
추적을 해볼까? 400m? 생각보다 먼데. 감옥? 응?
Should be extra careful in this area.
그 사방에 자꾸 뭐 처치하기가 나와? 오, 이거 좋은데. 음악 감상인가? 평화로운데. 미안. 미안해요. 잠깐. 새로 용병을 잡고 무기를 뭐 얻었지? 암살 피해, 모든 피해. 들고 있는 거는 이걸로 일단 바꾸고. 암살 폭주. 얻은 게 뭐야? 이건가? 전사 피해, 군대, 사냥꾼. 그건 필요 없고. 요거 얻었구만. 사냥꾼. 자, 여긴데.
Cassandra, it's you!
Phoebe!
You said you weren't coming back to Kefalonia, so I decided to leave too.
I said I wouldn't be coming back. But I don't remember saying you should leave.
Well, here I am.
얘는 어떻게 여기 있는 거야?
How did you even get here, Phoebe?
Well, I did make some drachmi working for Marcos.
So you paid someone to bring you to Athens?
Not exactly.
Phoebe.
I needed a drachmi for when I arrived. I couldn't use it all to leave, and I didn't want to wait any longer. So I sneaked on a ship. Don't worry, nobody saw.
I just can't believe you made it.
I don't remember much of Athens from when I was a baby. But every once in a while, something feels familiar. It's nice.
I can't believe you're here.
Me either. I can't believe we both made it to Athens. It's so much different from Kefalonia.
But what are you doing here?
I'm here to get you ready. I have to make sure you leave all your weapons and change into these clothes.
So you somehow work here. For Pericles?
No, for Aspasia.
I don't understand why I have to change.
It's just what you do here. I felt weird at first, but you forget about it pretty fast.
And my weapons?
Don't worry, I'll take care of them. You don't want to scare people in there.
Well... How is it you're working for Aspasia?
Well,
Aspasia.
I did get into a little bit of trouble after I got to Athens. I may have been a leader of a small group of orphans that tried to cheat Aspasia. We didn't know it was her, though.
And you convinced her to hire you?
No, she asked me on her own.
That was lucky. I think I'm ready to go in.
You can't. Not like that, anyway. The Athenians like it best when you try to fit in. But don't worry, I have just the outfit for you.
I'll get
갈아입어주지.
changed. Promise you'll take care of my things?
Yep. Leave your weapons in the corner, and I'll come back when you're done.
I feel uncomfortable in this.
Now you look like everyone else.
You say that like it's a good thing.
It is. If you want them to take you seriously, this is the easiest way. Trust me.
Is that everything?
You're all ready to go in. Don't worry. You've done scarier things than this.
I'm struggling to think of any right now. Are you sure I can't keep just one weapon with me?
No weapons. Now
팔에
hurry and go in.
힘줄인가?
Oh, and don't leave without saying bye.
Here, Cassandra. The mighty mercenary and traveler has finally made her grand entrance. Only slightly late, too.
Herodotus! Athenians have no problem letting me know when I'm not welcome. It's a relief to see your friendly face.
Don't let the company here tonight intimidate you.
I won't.
Pericles is no king. He needs these guests to love him so that the people love him. And they, in turn, need Pericles. You're no different from any of them.
Do you really think these people will help me?
They will if you get them to trust you. And you've wisely dressed for the occasion. Appearing trustworthy is the most important part of being trusted, after all. Now then, come, let me introduce you.
첫인상이 중요하지.
They may not look it, but this group holds the way to the future on the tip of their opinionated tongues. Ah, Sophocles and Euripides, for example. Two of the most celebrated playwrights to date. No one can throw stones as far as they can. They appear to be locked in some kind of intellectual struggle, as is their way.
He's a writer of comedies, of all things. Comedies, Euripides.
I've heard of Sophocles. In my line of work, it pays to know who the richest and most famous men are.
Hermippos has also written his fair share of comedies. You should drink more. Lately, his attitudes have garnered him more notice than his works. However, the fellow beside him, Protagoras, is a sophist worthy of as much praise as the great Socrates himself.
Inviting Socrates seems like a good way to ruin everyone's night. I'm surprised they would let him in the door.
Oh, don't let Socrates get under your skin. At least he wore shoes for the occasion. And the poor thing gesticulating like an ape is Thrasymachos. If you listen closely, you'll notice he and Socrates are actually arguing the same points.
트라시마코스?
But the wind from his wild gestures deafens him to critique.
That isn't at all what I mean.
Where is Pericles?
Oh, he never attends his own parties. Which
호호.
reminds me, there's something I need to get his help with.
Vile Socrates,
뭐야 얘는?
always appearing where I least expect him. Warrior, protect me from his amorous gaze. Oh, Alcibiades, this is not a time for jealousy, but for love.
귓밤망이 한 대 맞고 싶은 건가?
Let's not use Alcibiades as an example. Be good and don't drink too much. So,
술잔이 아주 후덜덜한데?
what does a Mystios like you think of a party like this?
This party could be fun. Alcibiades drinks like a Spartan. Maybe he fights like one too.
If I could suggest anything, please don't start a fight or end one.
Thank you, Herodotus.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Pericles is here somewhere and I need to prepare him. If he's alone, I'll tell him what your brother said.
Agreed. Pericles needs to know. I'll stay here and look for clues.
I hope they know something about your mother.
가봐. 혼자
Me
찾아볼게.
too.
분명히 날 째려보는데.
Of course, I only use the terms war or God or civility in the context of what can be observed. So I can observe soldiers fighting, but does that bring me any closer to understanding war? I haven't seen you around before, citizen. Perhaps you'd like to spare me conversing with this
머리가
man
아파지는구나.
of nonsense.
다음 위로 밀어.
Do is talk. I'd rather not.
흐악만 그잖아. 시끄러 죽겠어. 여긴 뭐야? 아 미안해요. 내가 한 대 쳐버렸네. 미안.
A new face in Pericles' abode. That in itself is a
아리스토파레스.
remarkable thing. You must have seen me doing my impression of Cleon. I call it the Orange Ape. Tell me, what does it think?
Did you just call me it? Watch your
죽고 싶나?
mouth, Athenian.
It speaks, and so feisty too. Sometimes I wonder if I'm doomed to be the only young and beautiful thing here. So, what do they call you?
Cassandra.
I wouldn't peg you as a Cassandra, but never mind. I'm Aristophanes, and this man is Euripides. Oh, go on. Introduce yourself.
I'm Euripides.
For a
에우리피데.
playwright, you're not much for words.
Good men lead quiet lives, as old Euripides likes to say. Don't you, Euripides? Now, if you'll
과묵하네.
excuse us, I was just about to dazzle this old dog with my impression of Pericles. I call it the wooden board.
The man is your host.
Under every stone hides a politician, I always say. And Pericles is no different.
Yes, you come and talk to this infuriating
소크라테스인가?
I've had my fill. Perhaps later. First, explain to me your point of view. And so it isn't the rich and powerful, but the gods who are the source of justice?
What? No! Have you been listening to nothing I say?
싸우는 거야.
Ah, the Mystios from the ostracism. Let's talk later.
여긴 뭐 안 되는
Ah,
건가?
the Mystios from the ostracism. Let's talk later.
Thank you for your help, my friend.
뭐가?
Thank you for your help, my friend.
얘기하기 싫다는 거구만. 얘네랑 얘기해야 되나?
You're back.
Sure, we can talk. What about?
Before Protagoras changed the subject, we were talking about the next great leader of Athens, Cleon.
I saw
대단한
Cleon
인물.
speaking at the Pnyx. He's a real man of the people.
So, you have a taste for politics. That's certainly better than most of the elitist blowhards in this house.
I take it you and Pericles aren't friends.
Hardly. Hermipos led the Tsars to have Aspasia ostracized and to see Pericles stripped of power. Not that it worked. Yet. Pericles is the past. He's more worried about losing a few precious statues than he is fighting and winning the war. Cleon will rule this city and
얘는
return
클레온을
to
미는구만.
greatness. Mark my words.
I'm looking for clues to help me find a woman. She was Spartan.
Looking and finding are quite different things, wouldn't you say? I could observe a priest
뭔 말이야,
offering
넌
sacrifice
갑자기.
to the gods. But does that mean, in so doing, that I have myself found God? Or...
Oh, forget it. If you're an ally of Cleon, why would Pericles invite you?
You're not from Athens, outsider. Here, we keep our enemies closest of
적을
all.
가까이 가장 두는구만.
Why isn't Aspasia here?
Can you be certain she isn't? To observe her presence is still no guarantee that she is here. In my opinion, it's just like her to cower in the shadows while we stand out here.
암살자야?
This has been useless. Here.
도움이 안 되는 녀석들 같은 경우. 흔적. 단서를 찾아야 되는데 왜 이래? 이쪽으로 가봐야겠구만. 얘는 뭐하고 있었어? 둘이 수상한데. 2층. 여기 뭐 좋은데? 여기 누워서 한숨 자고 싶다. 여기는 아무도 사람이 없네? 지금 상태에서는 못 올라가네. 내려가는 길이 이쪽이네. 저 문으로 들어가면 되는 건가? 저 소리는
Someone's being hurt. Open this door or I'll kick it in!
아니야.
No, don't mind her. She likes to watch. Look at you. Such authority. Such aggression. I can see why Pericles has taken such an interest in you. Did you come to join us?
It sounded like someone was in pain.
Well, it can sometimes be hard to distinguish between sounds of pleasure and pain. Had I known you were going to knock, I would have left my door wide open for you.
호호.
I only came to this symposium to find someone.
Sounds like we can help each other then, doesn't it? You fetch us a bit of
오일.
oil. I help you find who you're looking for. Maybe they're in here.
She's not in there.
I think I'll check all the same.
You have enough servants. Get them to do it.
Shame. If you change your mind, I promise to pour the oil on you and lick it off.
저쪽은 나와 이것들아.
I'm too busy to deal with you at the moment. Go on now, out of my kitchen.
저 아저씨랑 대화하면 되는 것 같은데. 올리브 기름.
I'm too busy to deal with you at the moment. Go on now, out of my kitchen.
왜 대화 안 해?
I suppose you've come in here to mock me for my fight with Euripides.
I've seen lots of fights. That wasn't one.
I really made a fool of myself this time, didn't I? I'm Sophocles, though I'm sure you knew that. And you are?
I am looking for information that'll help me find someone. A Spartan woman.
A Spartan woman in Athens. Sounds intriguing. Though, if you expect me to notice someone other than myself, you expect too much. You could talk to Euripides. He's the second most worldly here. That pediculous, xanthodontus exophthalmic Morosov. But he doesn't talk without a drink.
I have no idea what that meant.
No, you don't.
So we get him drunk and he talks. He sounds more Argive than Athenian.
Impressive foreigner. Euripides is from Argos.
아르고스
All right.
출신.
If nothing else, this party could use the help.
You'll need to pick the right wine for this task. The kitchen should have what you need. Let me know when Euripides is done in, and I'll slip away unseen.
How do you know Pericles?
I believe you mean to ask me, how does Pericles know you? I'm the greatest dramatist in the land, mentor to Euripides, lover of Asclepios, father of theater, and so on, and so on.
I'm
연극의
sure it's
아버지.
a real honor to have you hiding in his kitchen. You're awfully worked up over Euripides. You sure you're just friends?
I'm never just anything, foreigner. Though I confess, Euripides and I hold a bond deeper than brotherhood. Why he slams it with a banal young plaything, Aristophanes, I will never know.
I'll get the wine.
Wonderful. Now, if you want some friendly advice, Aristophanes cannot stand sweet wine. I've seen
달콤한
what it can do to
포도주를
him.
못 견딘다네.
Absolutely, horrifyingly delightful.
It wouldn't be a party without someone losing their
술을 잘 못
stomach.
먹나 보구만.
I'll let you know if your plan worked.
내놔 술.
Save for that arrogant playwright. I don't see many distinguished guests in here. Can I help you with something?
I'm here for
달콤한
your sweet wine.
포도주.
Yes, take it. But get out of my kitchen. I'm very busy, you know.
이놈의 노예가 자꾸 바쁘다 그래. 죽고 싶나 이게. 얘인가?
It's come back for more. Care to see my impression of Protagoras? I call it the flapping bladder.
I'm sure she wouldn't.
When I need to relax, I start a fight. For you, though.
Quickly, bring him some wine so that he might say something clever.
After my argument with Sophocles, I think I'd rather keep my head clear.
You and Aristophanes could both use a drink. Let's play a game.
A competition?
Ah,
술 먹기
wonderful
게임이지.
idea. Euripides seems quiet, but he never turns down a challenge.
Well, if you brought us some wine, I wouldn't be opposed to showing this young one how we Argives drink.
Let's conjure Dionysos, shall we?
디오니소스. 술의 신인가?
This is pure swill.
Amateur. In my day, this would be considered nectar of the gods. Another round!
Ready
한
for
잔
more?
더.
I can hardly stomach this pig's piss.
I could outdrink both of you with one hand. Let's have some more.
You ready for another?
쭉쭉 들이키는 거야. 이제 토했어.
Wine is terrible.
You, I like you. Who brought you here?
I brought myself. I'm on the trail of a woman who fled Sparta a long time ago.
Fled? Why?
She lost 2 children. She had no choice.
She fled to heal a broken heart. Euripides, write her into a play.
I've heard Spartan mothers go to a sanctuary in Argolis to beg Asclepios for
아르골리스에 있는 성소?
I should know, it's my home.
After what she went through, I'm not sure she'd trust priests.
Oh, then she sought my friend,
Hippocrates.
Hippocrates. He's a physician, best of the best. He still keeps his office in Argos. If she went to him for help, there's no doubt he'd have given it.
I love getting drunk and singing. Come back if you want to sing with me.
I'll think about it. Hippocrates in Argos. Here I come.
가기 전에 한번 여기 들어갔다 갈까?
I was just about to come find you. Clearly you were thinking the same thing I was.
오일을
I come
주마.
bearing gifts.
We're saved! Today, these women grieved for their sons, and these men worked the wall. But tonight, we forget all of that. Let's have some fun! What do you say? Care to join us?
Time for some fun. You'll have to help me strip off
한번
these
놀아볼까?
uncomfortable Athenian robes.
Gladly. If you like, we can feed them to the goat.
There's another goat.
왜 안 보여주는 거야?
Ooh.
Now, it's time for you to help me, Ali. I'm looking for someone.
All business right until the end. I like that.
Focus. I'm looking for a woman who fled Sparta a long, long time ago.
Fled Sparta? No one flees Sparta. But let's pretend she did. If she were stupid, she'd be dead. If she were smart, she'd do what Aspasia did. She'd earn her independence. The smartest and most resourceful women I've ever met have been in Corinthia.
Prostitutes? This is serious.
They don't like being called that, and for good reason. They offer so much more than their bodies.
Such as...
These women are companions, counselors, confidants. Powerful men come to the Etera asking for advice, and value their words more than those of their closest friends and advisors. Ali! Come back inside! Ooh, the celebration continues.
숙제.
When you reach Corinth, find Anthusa. No one goes in or out of the city without her knowing. Until we meet again, warrior.
Anthusa in Corinth. It's not much, but it's a start.
정보는 다 얻은 것 같고 내나 네오
Just got here. You can't leave already.
뭐라는 거야 이 꼬맹이가. 아 소포클레스에게 돌아가야 돼? 어디더라.
How's Euripides? Drunk, I hope.
You can stop hiding in here. Euripides won't notice you coming out. He won't notice anything.
Hiding? Heed this. War has come to Athens. First they take our homes, then they take our heads. I intend to be found with at least my dignity intact. Or what's left of it anyway. If you see Pericles, tell him I said thank you for another colorful evening.
멋진 저녁. 소크라테스.
If it isn't the one who agrees that knowledge is most important.
I think we agreed our use of that knowledge couldn't be more different.
You remember. Perhaps our conversation can continue.
You really intend to use this young destruction to avoid the point being argued?
If you've been arguing this long and you haven't agreed yet, just give up.
We're discussing the nature of rules.
지배자의
We're better to do
본성.
so than here. I'll ask you the same question I asked Thrasymachos. Would you agree that the act of ruling is an art?
It is an art, as all worthy undertakings are. That is not up for argument.
Yet, medicine is for the betterment of the patient and not the physician. Carpentry improves the building, not the builder. Then, is the art of ruling not for the betterment of the ruled rather than the ruler?
Don't be absurd!
This argument between you two is pointless.
Perhaps. How do you define art?
I'm not getting dragged into this.
Very well. Answer this. Does the artist not give form and symmetry to her subject?
Well, yes.
Laws and justice do much the same for people, do they not? And is there any better way to communicate the story of a people than by revealing its customs and laws? If yes, then ruling, and thus justice, must be an art, as Thrasymachos says.
If you say so.
Aspasia.
뭐지?
You shouldn't be too hard on Socrates. He really has a brilliant mind, even if he comes off a little strong.
He isn't always like that, is he?
Ah, Phoebe. Pericles has retired to the balcony already, has he? His ability to sneak off and sulk is second to none.
I can go get him, and Cassandra can help. Everyone listens when she talks.
That'll be fine. Run along. Cassandra will be right behind you. Now, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aspasia.
메가리스?
I had to go to great lengths to
뭐였지?
cover up your work in Megaris.
뭔 일을 했었더라 내가?
Your spies have been watching me. I knew you people couldn't be trusted.
We do what we must to survive, and there's no shame in that. It's how you got here, how I got here. The clothes, they fit you well, I trust.
I'd be more comfortable in these clothes if I had a blade in my hand.
You never really get used to them. It seems we have the attention of the entire room without a single eye being fixed on us. If you'd like to talk, do it now, and do it discreetly.
I've been searching for a woman named Mirini, my mother. I think she may be in danger, and my search brought me here.
What clues do you have to her whereabouts?
A physician named Hippocrates may have seen her in Argos.
He's a good man. If you find a woman named Agathi there, do let her know Aspasia sends her regards. What else?
Alcibiades gave me the name of a woman in Corinth.
I'm sure he did. My dear friend, Anthusa, is the only one I know who's enjoyed a life in Corinth through legitimate means. Mostly legitimate, anyway.
That's all I have.
There is another option. In a former life, when I needed something done or someone found, I contacted a friend. An admiral of a sort.
What's his name?
Her name is Xenia.
한 명이
When
더
we last
있네.
spoke, she was in chaos. A word of caution. When you go to her, be on your guard. Sea life makes a monster out of most people.
Thank you, Aspasia.
When you're done, return here. Together, we will find who you're looking for. Now do me a favor and get Pericles to come down here and greet his guests.
층계단이 야 어디더라? 여기구나. 아까 올라왔을 때만 해도 없었는데요. 언제 올라온 거야?
Cassandra!
I didn't send for you. No matter how you've dressed for my party, Phoebe shouldn't have let you in.
Aspasia told me to come find you. She wants you to come down to the party.
She says I don't interact with our guests enough. But these parties aren't for me. Technically, you're a guest. If you join Herodotus and me, that should be enough for her, don't you think?
You really don't want to go downstairs, do you?
When your days are spent speaking in front of crowds, you begin to crave these moments of silence.
Or as silent as I let it be, at least.
Phidias was awaiting trial, but you had me get him out of Athens. I figured you, of all people, would want to follow the law.
Phidias is a very dear friend. I didn't want to risk him being found guilty. And of course, there were other threats.
So you knew?
I know he's delusional, but one day when you have a friend you'd do anything for, you'll understand.
우리가 있구만.
I don't understand why you had Anaxagoras ostracized. Socrates said he was your friend.
I won't risk the lives of those close to me if there's something I can do about it.
So you did this to protect him?
Anaxagoras understood my fears. 10 years may be a long time, but at least he'll be safe.
Why send Antiochos to the fishing district if it's dangerous?
I would never have sent him into danger willingly.
It seems you have many loyal friends.
My people are important to me.
Your life is in danger.
Yes, Herodotus was saying. This cult doesn't worry me. I have my life threatened by far worse people every day. My true concern is Athens. I fear for her future.
The Spartans aren't your real concern, Pericles. The cult is coming, and they're bringing their strongest weapon.
Listen to her, Pericles.
The Spartans are immediate. A cult's threat is ambiguous.
I'm related to one of the cult members.
And I believe him when he says they're coming after you.
Sound counsel to consider. I'll be sure to let my men know, regardless.
Aspasia sent me to see what's taking you so long.
Tell Aspasia I'll be right there.
일 잘하네.
I suppose this
꼬맹이.
is where our conversation ends. Thank you again for helping me. I hope my guests are able to help you in your search.
Time will tell.
연애 떠나기. 이제 떠날 수 있나 보네. 아주 길었어요, 말들이. 내나 이제 너
You look tired.
완전
Only
피곤.
of conversation. I think that's the most talking I've ever done.
See? You didn't need the weapon after all. Are you leaving?
I've had enough Athenian hospitality to last me a lifetime.
You'll get used to it. It's nice. What are you going to do now?
There's a woman on the
케오스부터
island of
갈까?
Chaos that I need to meet. I think I'll head there first.
I've heard there are pirates there.
I'll be sure to be careful.
Good. Before you go, I heard something from Aspasia. About Kefalonia.
What is it?
She said there was some sort of plague.
맞아, 걔 때문이야.
My friend, the blood fever.
Don't think like that. Whatever happened on Kefalonia isn't our fault.
내 잘못이지.
I'll go myself and find out if this plague even happened, okay?
Okay. Thanks. I knew I could count on you.
Not going to beg to come along this time?
Nope. I'm happy here. And this isn't Kefalonia. That means you'll be back.
That's very true.
Plus, I really like working for Aspasia. She says she has a mission for me.
I'll see you soon, Phoebe.
Bye, Cassandra.
길었네. 교단원 단서? 아티카 요새 사령관 하나가 그 교단원을 알고 있습니다. 그를 찾거나 여정을 계속하십시오. 퀘스트가 이제 기녀를 찾아서 무엇보다도 해하지 말라. 그리고 불행의 섬 여기부터 가야겠다. 맵이 17이니까 요게 맞네. 일단은 빠른 저장.